Thanks for joining me for week 18. So today we're going to be harvesting some potatoes. I got quite a few other things to harvest. We're going to be cutting down these peas and making a new trellis. So let's just get into it. Let's tear all this out. I mean, there's still carrots in between here, but there's a lot of weeds I got to get out of there too. Yeah, all the roots are coming up. This might be pretty easy just to pull them out. A bit difficult trying to get these out. There we go. I'm gonna put all the peas that I pull out back here. I'm seeing some peas that I missed that are mature that I can plant next time. So I'll go through these and look for those and pick those out too. Gotta try to separate the string out of here though. Tons of weeds. I'll try to clear this up as well. I'll just do that right now. Boom! There it is. All done. It's hot out here. Need to take a break. All right, so we got a bunch of potatoes in here. A lot of them have died back. Some of these new ones with the flowers, um, I planted later just to kind of fill in some of the gaps in here. So we're gonna pick up a lot of these potatoes that have died off. Ooh, that almost was bad. I caught it though. Got some small ones on there. I'm sure there's, or I'm hoping there's bigger ones underneath. Get these weeds out of the way. Maybe I'll just dig. Oh, there's a big one. Look at that one. All right, so back to harvesting these potatoes. So it's a couple days later. I had gotten these from the one potato in the corner, and then it was just getting too hot. I had to take a break, and my gloves are soaked. I left them out in the rain, so it's rained since then, and we got a few in this corner that are dying off or dead. Maybe one here, and then just a couple scattered throughout that we're gonna pick and see how many potatoes we got. These ones I'm picking now didn't get like super big, so I don't expect a very big harvest from these ones. But when we do get these bigger ones up here, there's sure to be a lot more. So let's get into these tomatoes or potatoes. Hopefully I didn't say tomatoes, but these potatoes up here. We got one connected on there. At least a couple in there. There we go. All right, a few decent sized one. These are just full of dirt. So these are the purple ones. So we got 3 there. I'm sure there's some more. There's another good size. Seems like that's all we got so far. I'm actually going to pull just like this side and see what we got there. These are dying back, so they're getting close to the end, and I think we should be okay to start pulling some of these bigger ones out. Well, that didn't work. They're all going to be under because they're not coming up with the roots. total I found pretty good amount. There's still a few on that other side to pick, but I searched and found a few more in here, and my hands are all orange from these gloves, so that's fun. I'm gonna let these cure. Some of them are getting roots already, so I might have to start harvesting that other side soon as well, just because I don't want these to start growing right now. So I did this off camera, so my tomatillos were fallen, so I set this little trellis up with the trellis I was using for the peas over there. So I had the two pea rows on the outside of those carrots, and I just moved the trellis, part of the trellis, over here for my tomatillos, because this whole thing was on the ground. So now we got it held up, and it did good. We had another decent storm last night. All right, now let's take a look. Haven't shown the garden in a few weeks, so let's take a look around the whole garden and just see how everything's going, and then I'll point out a few, I don't know, fascinating things or just cool things I see. So first up is my popcorn. So these are popcorn, no silks yet. So these are the tassels, and then silks where like the actual corn would grow, and they have to be pollinated by this pollen that grows from the tassels. So I haven't seen any silks quite yet on these, but they should be coming out soon. They usually come out at the same time as the tassels or a little after, as the pollen starts dropping, and then they'll grow in between these leaf nodes here. I'm excited to get a lot of popcorn this year. Last year, the deer ate like all of it. I saved some to plant this year, but so let's just do a quick look around here. I'm not gonna say all the plants, but just walk around the garden a little. So you guys can see what's going on here. This is where my potatoes were. I still got some harvesting for these. I was letting them grow a little more, and then those ones are newer potatoes. Bunch more cucumbers ready, and then I have a ton inside that need to be pickled. And then let's take a look at these. So we got a couple cantaloupes. So there's one big cantaloupe, hand for size comparison. So it's about a little bigger than my hand. You can see it here. And then I have one on the outside of the fence. And then there's a couple watermelons. This one's pretty small right now. You can see it down in here. There it is. And then we got a sugar sweet one back there. And then tons of cucumbers. And they're pretty good size, so I might need to pick those soon. Moving along. So here's my blackberry, and we actually got a flower. So we should get at least one blackberry. There's another little flower there. Right here. So we might get a few blackberries on these. I haven't seen any flowers on this variety yet, I don't believe. Then back up there, we got our peppers, some tomatoes. Brussels sprouts are growing again, but I did see some more caterpillars. Yep, there's some more caterpillars coming out that are starting to eat these again. We were getting some good leaves without any disruption, so we might have to try to figure out how to get rid of those again. Strawberries here, a bunch of tomatoes. I might pick up a bunch of those and let them ripen off the vine. Oh yeah, and let's take a look So this is my cilantro I planted a few weeks back, and then my dill over there, and that's doing great. I planted some more cilantro here. I'm not seeing anything quite yet. Oh yeah, there's some seedlings starting to come up right here. So there's the seed outside of the seed, and then the little seedling pushing it up. So we'll have a bunch more cilantro here. And then those are the beans I planted, I think a week ago. And then a bunch of onions. Those are starting to fall, so those should start getting bigger actual onion parts. And then carrots. And then over here are all my herbs. We got basil, sage, oregano here, thyme, and then I planted a couple tomatoes, but then there's peppermint there as well. And that's all we got. Give a little overview of the whole garden here.